Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Tutorial Edition. This is the second in a series of three where I talk about the Keeper character, the new unlockable secret character. If this is the first time watching the series, I will link and annotate the other two parts so you can watch those. Watch the first one if you want to know the basics. Watch the third one after this one if you want to know strategy. In this video, I will, however, talk about all the items that you get as the Keeper and, well, highlight the differences in between how an item interacts with other characters and the special interaction with the Keeper. If I don't talk about any kind of item, basically what you can expect is that they have no real notable effect one way or another. So yeah, if you're up for that, in detail conversation about all the items, be my guest. You don't have to watch the whole video all the way through. It will be rambly probably, but I have all the time codes in the description as well, so if you want to just skip to a certain item or group of items, you can do so you can, just look up an item that you're not sure about how it interacts with the cheater with the Keeper. And we jump right in. By the way, first of all, this webpage I'm using here is called platinumgod.co.uk. It is a very, very nice amalgamation of encyclopedic Isaac knowledge. Probably my favorite. It's not really a wiki because it's, curated by, I think, one guy. But the way they use this grid, and you can just hover over the item and it shows you right away what they do and so on. It's really, really cool. So yeah, props for that, and yeah, that's why I'm using this one. Alright, so let's start with healing items. So I hope you're well aware that the Keeper works very differently. His health has only two charges on it basically, so you can never go beyond that. You'll always have those two or less. So HP upgrades generally are only to be taken right away if you have only one left. Such HP upgrades include the Blood Bag, or Blue Cap, or the Body, the Cancer item over here. With other HP upgrades that give you more than just the HP, you should be, careful. Let's see, if your damage is pretty good, you might want to leave Capricorn behind because in case you might get a deal with the devil, and if you take that deal with the devil, you will be left with one heart container, coin container, whatever you want to call it. So then after beating the boss, you will be able to go back and take Capricorn, or any other HP upgrade that is also a damage upgrade, such as the Halo, or Magic Mushroom, and so on. So that's kind of a gamble you want to take or not take. I guess you'll be able to do that on your own. But well, I guess the only HP upgrade that should never be taken unless your speed is very, very good is Lard. Now, I do encourage you, though, to pick them all up, however, because every item basically that you have will be able to be re-rolled in case you need it with an item such as the D4 or D100. What do we have them over here? Or sometimes, of course, also the 1 or 6 dice rooms, right? So yeah, you might want to still have that. Now, other HP upgrades. Well, another special HP upgrade would be Placenta, which is somewhere around here. Do we have it? Where is it? Can't find it right now. Actually, let's use the. There we go. Here it is. That's another good thing about this website. You can just look for items and they show up like this. So Placenta or Charm of the Vampire, which is here. Both of these give you HP gradually as you, in case of Charm of the Vampire, as you kill enemies, or Placenta just over time. And another one would be the Leech, which is, let's cheat a little. There it is. Which gives you HP while damaging enemies and so on. This will also work with the Keeper. So if you have an empty HP container, that kind of lifesteal will heal you. Now, what about Spirit Hearts and Black Hearts? Well, any item trinkets, no matter what, that give you red heart, blue heart, black heart drops, drops that actually land on the ground and you have to pick it up, will be converted into blue flies that will chase your enemies down and kill them for you. Items like that would be, Black Candle, for example. You would get the curse immunity if you pick it up, but the HP that you get from it will not appear. It will just turn itself into blue flies. Alright? So the same thing happens with Black Lotus, Book of Revelations, Book of Sin if it drops a Spirit Heart, the box as well, the Cancer item, Ceremonial Robes, Abaddon, where is it? Abaddon. Here. How did I miss that? So if you pick these items up, like Abaddon or Ceremonial Robes, they will definitely not recharge your HP. They will just give you the extra blue flies. So that's to be considered. Some more stuff. Trinkets should be considered as well. There are trinkets that make your chance of getting heart drops more likely. Those could be taken if you have no better alternatives, such as black lipstick. Bloody penny is particularly good because you will have pennies spawning all the time because of wooden nickel if you have that unlocked. So every time you walk over a penny, you have a chance of getting flies. Also, Child's Heart or Mom's Pearl. Trinkets that simply heal your character, though, such as Isaac's Fork or Karma, which is a new trinket over here, or Maggie's Faith, which would add, where is it? Maggie's Faith, which would add an eternal heart to your existing hearts, but not drop anything on the ground. Or another new trinket, Mom's Locket. Where is it? There it is. Mom's Locket and all these others, they have no effect on the Keeper. So that's it about healing. Now, respawning is another topic. So the thing is, if you can respawn with and still, you know, not change your character, still keep the Keeper, who watches the Watchman, am I right? If you can keep being the Keeper, you will be able to take more than one heart deal with the devil, or 1 2-heart deal, and still, you know, keep going. These items would be either the 1-up, which when you get resurrected, you will respawn with 2 HP. Then there is Dead Cat, if I can find it. Here we go. Dead Cat, when you respawn with that, though, it gives you only 1 heart container back. So gotta be careful about that, but the flip side is that, of course, you can take multiple deals if you want, and if you can spare the lives. Now, those items, you know, don't change your character, but there are some that do, such as the Ankh. If you use it, and you respawn, you will respawn as Blue Baby. Same with Judas's Shadow over here, which will respawn you as Judas, and Lazarus's Rags, that will respawn you as Lazarus. You can still pick them up as reroll targets for the future, but if you do die and you respawn as those characters, you will not get an unlock as the Keeper if you want to make that happen. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Now, what else? Yeah, there's another thing about your health. Some items or trinkets that rely on the half a heart or less state will not work. Like if you only have half a red heart or less in the game with other characters, it makes it so that some special effects can happen, such as oops, that was a misclick. Such as the, where is it? The Polaroid over here, which whenever you get hit and you have 1/2 of a red heart or less, you will have some sort of invincibility. Same with the negative, if I can find that. Here we go. The negative, which when you take damage in that state, you will deal some damage to the whole room. Another one would be what else is there? The scapular, of course. This way. Scapular. Scapular, where are you hiding? Where is it? Hello? Oh, I mistyped it. There it is. The scapular, which gives you a soul heart upon taking damage in that state. And what else is there? Yeah, these items will not work. Oh yeah, Monkey Paw also is another one of these. Monkey Paw, which will pay out with 3 black hearts in total. It's basically like Scapula, but limited to only 3 uses per, well, 3 uses per room, I think. No, actually, that was all wrong. If you get hit with Monkey Paw once in a room, and you have only half a red heart or less, you will, and no spirit hearts, I believe, you will drop a black heart, and that can only occur 3 times, but never more than once per room. I think that's the correct version. Another interesting one is Empty Vessel, which is a new item. Empty Vessel. I don't know all the... there we have it. All the new... what are they called? All the new icons. I'm not quite sure yet. Empty Vessel, which gives you 2 black hearts, and if you have no red hearts at all, it will give you flight and the chance to, like it says here, have some sort of invincibility every now and then. All these effects that I just mentioned, starting from the Polaroid, ending with Empty Vessel, they do not work. Also the Wafer. The Wafer does not work either, because, well, for different reasons. The Wafer should be down here. Yeah, I was actually hovering over it. Has no effect whatsoever. Now, how about replenishing health? You do replenish health by picking up money on the ground. So some items are very, very important for that. Such as Piggy Bank. Let's look that up right away because I don't see it here. There we go. Piggy Bank with... It does say here it gives you 1 or 2 coins every time you take damage. That does not count for the Keeper. The Keeper gives... Keeper gets 0 or 1 cents dropped. I guess it's just for balancing reasons. So basically, more money on the ground means more chances for you to heal. Another thing is Head of the Keeper, which is a new item over here. Every time you hit an enemy, you have a chance of them dropping a coin for you. Again, same reasoning. Another one would be Lucky Rock, the Trinket, which is down here. Every time you crack a rock open, it gives you at least 1 coin, sometimes more, or sometimes like dimes and nickels and stuff. Swallowed Penny is another big one. Probably actually the biggest one of them all. It's the most important trinket for the Keeper and should be taken no matter what if you can. It will make it so you have a guaranteed drop of a nickel, not a nickel, a coin every time you get hit. So in theory, you will be able to heal indefinitely if you can manage to pick up that money before you can get hit again. Another good trinket would be... Actually, that's not a trinket. Credit card, which you can use to take deals with the devil, but that's beside the point. You can do that anyway with other characters. But in terms of trinkets, 2 items are important. First of all, where is it? Mom's Purse, which allows you to take 2 trinkets, and that allows for some trinket synergies, such as a new trinket with wait a second, where is it? Yeah, here, Blind Rage, if you have it unlocked, will give you a longer period of invincibility. Combine that with Swallowed Penny, and it will extend your survival significantly. Because once you get hit, you will have a long time to actually get the money back before you can get hit again. So that's a big plus, as well as Mom's Box, which is another new item. Mom's Box facilitates all that. Every time you use it, you will get a new trinket. It pays out with that trinket. So while you're holding it, your chances of getting Swallowed Penny can be very good. So try and do that. Apart from that, though, Mom's Box also makes it so that the trinket you're currently using, it's a passive effect while you're holding it, every trinket that you're currently using has a double effect, if that is applicable. I'm not sure if that counts for Swallowed Penny. For example, it would make it so probably more red hearts would drop with Bloody Penny, for example, more than one. Or I don't know. I think with Curved Horn, it doubles the damage you get for having Curved Horn, etc., etc. So it's also very nice to have as the keeper. Okay, I think I'm done with healing items, I believe. Let me think for a moment. I think so. Okay, moving on to damage items. So the keeper obviously starts with Inner Eye, which is over here. However, you can also pick up Inner Eye. The problem with that, though, is, or in general, the problem with that is that you have significantly reduced tier rate while using that, and you have no other choice than to use it. If you pick up Inner Eye again, though, that effect stacks. So you will shoot 6 tiers, but at half the rate that was already reduced. So you see the problem there. You will be very reliant on these shots actually hitting. Same with Ease Mascara, which is probably the worst offender in that department. Where would it be? There. Ease Mascara will reduce your tier rate significantly and your speed, shot speed as well. Combine that with Inner Eye and it's gonna be hell on your ability to deal damage. Another one would be Monstrous Lung, if I can find that. Here we go. Monstrous Lung, another charge item that makes it very hard to actually deal damage. And of course, Mutant Spider, another one that's very damaging, unless, of course, and that's the caveat to all of that, unless your tier rate is already much better than at the beginning. I'm speaking of, base stats for the keeper right now. So, on the other hand, items that make your tier rate higher should be preferable, such as number 1, such as Odd Mushroom, the skinny Odd Mushroom, as people call it, even though there is a shot speed downgrade. No, a damage downgrade affected. Number one, there's a range downgrade at the same time. Another one would be the toothpicks, or torn photo, which you see does the same thing. Do the same thing. What I wouldn't pick up though would be soy milk, even though that is a huge damage, a huge tiers upgrade. It's a significant, you see there, 80% tiers downgrade. It's a damage downgrade. It is horrible, except for very, very special circumstances. If you have Libra, for example. Where's Libra? Over here. If you have Libra, these your tiers from soy milk will have your damage will be a lot higher while still maintaining a very, very high tier rate, and with triple shot that actually makes it a very, very good room clearer. However, the downside to Libra is that you will never get, exceedingly high stats. All your stats will be, basically what it does is it adds all your stats together and takes the average of that and applies the average to each of your stats. So every stat change will be a very, very small all stat change. If that makes sense to you. So this is, of course, can be a problem. Many people dislike Libra for that reason, but I think Libra is better with the Keeper because you have more shots to begin with than other characters. And also 2020 does not give you a tiers downgrade. It, in fact, just duplicates the amount of tiers you have. It synergizes with Inner Eye, so you will have 6 tiers shooting out at the same rate. So that's beautiful for you. Another one that's interesting and new, and has maybe... Well, I actually forgot to mention, Polyphemus also is a tiers downgrade. So yeah, another one that is a little bit odd and maybe something of a... well, it depends on your taste, more or less. What do we have it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. The tractor beam. The tractor beam basically makes it so there's like a narrow hallway, basically, that your tiers go through, and you can manipulate that or direct it to wherever you want, and your tiers will follow suit. However, what it does with Inner Eye is that it removes the spread of the 3 bullets and instead makes them go one after another. So the tiers will always hit the one spot your tractor beam points to. So some people might see that as a positive, some people might see that as a negative. However, Tech X as an item is very, very good to begin with, but with Inner Eye, even better, I would say. So if you get that one, it really is a room clearer, even with average damage, I would say. So that's a good one. And last but not least, Purity. Purity does the following. If you have... Well, actually, there's another one. I forgot almost. So yeah, Purity gives you a random stat boost, which you can see on the left. the aura that you have around you indicates what kind of stat boost it is: red, blue, yellow, and orange. And every time you get hit, you will get a different aura for the next room, and that you will keep that until you get hit for another time. So that is something you might want to exploit, because if you have, for example, a lot of money on the ground on any particular room or on any particular floor, and you don't have the aura that you want, and you can heal yourself without you can hurt yourself reliably without a penalty. Basically, if you don't need a deal with the devil, or if you've already taken the deal with the devil, which is probably more likely, then to start off the next floor, for example, with the stat boost that you want, you can just hurt yourself once, pick up a coin, and see what aura you get next time. And you can do that until you have the stat boost that you want. Usually it's damage or tears. Speed is not that useful, I'd say. Orange is speed is not that useful. Range up is not almost not really noticeable, honestly. So there's that. There's also Hive Mind. I come up with so many. Hive Mind I almost forgot as well over here. Hive Mind is better for the Keeper than with other characters, because like I said in the healing section, whenever you have a heart drop, you get flies, and therefore the Keeper will get more flies on average than other characters. So Hive Mind is even better with the Keeper. Now, Crown of Light is another new sort of, well, it's a new item that can give you a lot of damage, but only if your HP is at max and if you haven't been hit on that particular floor. So yeah, it's a 100% damage up, basically. It's a really good effect. However, well, you can't really count on it being there, because if you get hit, you will have to heal and enter another room until it kicks back in. So yeah, if you can manage this, not being able to rely on something, then there you go. Try that out. If you can actually get it, because it's somewhat of a rare item. Now, we're almost done. Our last section is making money. These items will basically be, well, not just, but more or less items that will make your wooden nickel better than it already is. Wooden nickel is this item right here. If you've beaten Isaac as the Keeper, you will start with the wooden nickel. What it does is it every time you use it, it creates. It has a chance of creating a coin on the floor, which you can either use for money or for health if you need it. And any item that make this item better is appreciated. Like, for example, the 9 volt. The 9 volt actually is maybe the best item you can have with wooden nickel as the Keeper, because with that you basically have the chance of getting unlimited money. For example, you are in a room with an enemy that's either out of reach or like regenerating, but you can easily fend them off. For example, an enemy out of reach that's stationary, like one of these nubs that shoot at you or something, but if they can't reach you, then that's not a problem. Or one of these guys that track you down, but if you shoot at them, they turn into a pile of goo, and then they resurrect until you shoot the pile of goo. If you can make it so they always keep returning to that goo state again and again, that gives you time for your wooden nickel to recharge. Because of 9 volt, it will make it so the wooden nickel recharges over time, as long as there is still combat going on. So that's good. There's also the battery, which is okay if you have nothing else that's better. It's good, but it's not as useful as the other ones. Basically, what the battery does is it gives you a second charge of your spacebar item. So it's useful for the keeper if you have wooden nickel. If you know there's like a very hard fight coming up, and you really need another chance of wooden nickel paying out, so you can heal twice at max, then you can use the battery like this. You have to, of course, not use the wooden nickel for 2 rooms before you enter it. But a different item that basically has the same effect but better is the car battery. It makes it so whenever you use your spacebar item, you use it twice at the same time. So, I mean, for 1 charge you get twice the payout, basically. So, every time you use wooden nickel, you have a 25% chance of it paying out with 2 coins. You have a 50% chance of it paying out with 1 coin, and only a 25% chance of it paying out with 0 coins. So that makes the wooden nickel very powerful. Another good one is Charged Baby, which will drops batteries on the ground during a very long fight that can really actually work and help you, and give you additional charges on your spacebar. Same with the watch battery trinket, which again, if you have no other better trinket, it gives you more battery drops from rooms. I mean, yeah, another one. Yeah, I guess 2 outliers that don't really fit in either category would be Judas's tongue, which is very useful. Think of that as like a miscellaneous category. Judas's tongue will, of course, make it so you can take a 2 heart deal with the devil and only pay 1 heart for it. That can actually be huge if you can manage to get, for example, Brimstone without having to pay the premium. Another one would be the No trinket, which when you have it, makes it so that no active items, no spacebar items will spawn. All the upgrades you will get if you hold that trinket will be passive upgrades that you can just stack up. That is useful if you really definitely want to hold on to wooden nickel and you don't want any other spacebar items occupying that spot. And I really wouldn't trade wooden nickel unless for very good items, such as, of course, the D6, I'd say. Maybe that's key if it drops late enough, which can be used to fight Mega Satan, and you don't know if you can get a self-sacrifice room. The D4 possibly, if all your upgrades are shit, Same thing with the D100, so that you can roll your whole run basically. Of course, you want to do that on a room that on the floor that has a lot of battery drops already, so that if you re-roll into something terrible, you have a chance at something better the next time you use it. And another might be the pinking shears. Where are they? Let's use the... There we go. Let's use the search function one last time. Pinking shears are very, very good for fights that last a long time, generally bosses. I'd say it's a huge damage upgrade if you use it on, say, Hush, or also like Ultra Greed or Mega Satan, obviously, as well. So yeah, that about wraps it up. If you have more suggestions, if there's something I've missed, which I don't know, there's so many items, I'm sure I've missed a few that are not as important or so. But yeah, if there are, just tell me right there in the comments. I'll be happy to receive your feedback, and I don't know, may even correct some of those in later videos. We'll see. But in any case, I hope you liked it. I hope this makes the Keeper an easier character for you. I hope you can extrapolate, and that will help your run, so you know what to watch out for. Like I said, if you ever want to come back to this video, you can simply scroll down to the video description and click on the time codes. You will be able to skip through the video and see what I talked about there. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it again, and I hope you also watch the other 2 videos that I've made, as well as check out the rest of my channel. I do mostly Let's Play stuff, but Isaac is one of my favorites, as always. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your support. Consider subscribing if you like what you see, or liking the video, of course. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.